Anti-vaxxers are at it again. Justin Bieber announced to his fans on Instagram on Friday that he'd have to cancel forthcoming dates for his world tour because of some health issues. During his Instagram Live, he revealed that he'd been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, a consequence of the shingles virus that causes facial paralysis. But anti-vaxxers have a completely different hypothesis. Stay tuned to find out more on this. First up, flipping the truth. Anti-vaxxers are having a field day with all sorts of conspiracy theories about the COVID-19 vaccine. The "I told you so" brigade has all guns a-blazing, but for all the wrong reasons. If only they'd paid attention in class. The varicella-zoster virus causes Ramsay-Hunt, which is caused by the same virus that causes shingles, which in return is caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox. If you had chickenpox as a child, the virus can stay dormant in your system for a long time, putting you at risk for shingles later in life. On Instagram Live, Bieber said that he's not physically capable of doing the gigs due to his condition. Bieber's health announcement sparked a flurry of explainers throughout the internet, with several news outlets describing what Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is, how to treat it, and what symptoms to look for. It also spurred anti-vaxxers to assume, based on close to no evidence, that Bieber caught the virus after receiving the COVID-19 vaccination. Conspiracies all around. One tweet with over 3,400 shares reads, "The denial is way too deep. Everyone is assuming Justin Bieber is unaffected by the vaccine." Many people also related Bieber's illness to the fact that his wife, Hailey Bieber, had a blood clot in her brain, causing her to have surgery again in March. Hailey stepped out shortly after, alleging that the blood clot was the result of a perfect storm of factors, including taking contraceptive medications, a known risk factor for clots, flying across the country, and having recently had COVID. TikTok has also become a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. Both Hailey and Justin Bieber are having side effects, one user said, besides a syringe emoji in a TikTok video, comments under which are pure chaos. Many of such videos can be found on TikTok under the hashtag Ramsay-Hunt syndrome hashtag, which has 34 million views. Thankfully, though, they've had very few views and aren't at the top of the search results. To be clear, there's no evidence that Bieber's diagnosis is a result of receiving the COVID vaccination, owing to the fact that there is no evidence that he was vaccinated in the first place. Next, the truth. Though Bieber does require attendees at his concerts to be vaccinated, he hasn't outright said whether he himself is vaccinated against COVID. He did reveal last February that he had tested positive for COVID, and it's possible that could have triggered his most recent health issues. According to Dr. Katrine Wallace, aka Dr. Kat, an epidemiologist who debunks anti-vaccine and health-related misinformation on TikTok, any stress to the immune system can cause a reawakening of the virus dormant in the nerves. In this case, it could have been COVID. It could have been any viral infection for all we know. In fact, people undergoing significant life stressors such as a divorce or a move have been known to contract shingles. So it's anyone's guess. According to Gerald A. Evans, MD, chair of the Division of Infectious Diseases at Queen's University and Kingston Health Sciences Center, many anti-vaxxers are confusing Ramsay-Hunt with Bell's palsy, a condition that affects the motor nerves in the face and can be caused by a variety of things, including Lyme disease. According to him, there have been a few reports of the COVID vaccination causing Bell's palsy. However, this is quite rare. Bell's palsy is a lot different. Ramsay-Hunt is caused by a varicella-zoster virus and is characterized by blisters and a rash inside the ear. But Bell's palsy isn't like that, and it's much different. To support this idea, many sources have shared some weak research that somehow connects COVID vaccine to Ramsay-Hunt. The most widely circulated publication is a case study out of Hong Kong, based on a 37-year-old man who had Ramsay-Hunt after receiving the vaccine, something that's hardly representative of a larger evidence. Another study published last year looked into the link between COVID-19 and the shingles virus based on 54 reported cases. No link could be established, but it suggested that there might be a possible association between the vaccine and the virus, though it deserved a much larger scale investigation. The research currently available doesn't support a definite link between shingles and the COVID-19 vaccination. It's worth noting that a person can't develop shingles from a COVID-19 vaccine in the first place, as the virus in vaccines is already dormant by the time they administer it. Even if there is a link, it's an uncommon complication, and even then, the pros of getting vaxxed far outweigh the cons. At the end of the day, Bieber's situation may be more of a pro-vaccine argument than an argument against vaccines. Vaccines for chickenpox and shingles are widely available, with them being 90% effective in preventing chickenpox. Following the deaths of other celebrities, Bob Saget and DMX last year, there have been much speculation over whether or not their specific health problem is linked to vaccination. There'll always be people going out of their way to spread conspiracies. Paralysis. But the truth is that we're all experiencing a normal summer after 2 years, thanks to vaccines. Now, in other related news, COVID vaccines can be given to kids. FDA. On Wednesday, a panel of FDA advisors unanimously recommended the COVID-19 vaccinations from Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech SE for millions of youngsters in the United States. The committee's suggestion is a critical step toward immunizing children under the age of 5, including those as young as 6 months old, who haven't yet been eligible for vaccinations. The FDA is expected to approve the shots in the near future. Once the vaccines get approval, the U.S. government plans to launch its Under 5 immunization campaign starting June 21st. While many parents in the United States are eager to vaccinate their children, it's unknown how high the demand for vaccines will be. In October, the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was approved for children aged 5 to 11, although only around 29% of that age group has been properly immunized. Next, outrageous behavior. People have had enough of American celebrities creating havoc in their countries. Several countries have banned Selena Gomez, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and other musicians for their scandalous activities and irresponsible behavior. According to reports, Gomez and Gaga are no longer welcome in China since they photographed the Dalai Lama and shared the photographs on social media. Gomez was also forbidden from entering Russia unless she expressed unqualified support for the LGBT+ community. Gaga, on the other hand, has been barred from entering Indonesia due to her dress choices. Katy Perry was also prevented from entering China after displaying a Taiwanese flag, which enraged the event's leaders. That's not all. Rihanna indecently photographed herself in front of the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi, while Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, and Jay-Z have been labeled negative influences on Chinese youth and are no longer allowed to perform in the nation. Up next, anti-vaxxer riots in Wales. After being found guilty on 2 counts of damaging property, an anti-vaxxer who threw stones through windows at 2 Welsh vaccination clinics has been told to expect a prison sentence. During his trial, Paul Leonard Edwards stated that his actions were his final chance to get his anti-vaccination message out. However, a judge warned him that, as a result of his actions in Llandudno and St. Asaph, he is likely to be imprisoned when he is sentenced today. Mr. Edwards went on to add that he took severe measures after trying other choices and failing. He had previously tried to dissuade individuals from getting their COVID shots by putting his opinions online, but it wasn't having the desired effect. The jury had heard evidence the next day. Edwards smashed several windows at the Optic building in St. Asaph for approximately 15 minutes. Prosecutor Anna Price said on Monday that his whole damage spree cost more than £11,000. Lastly, Hailey Bieber on recent health scares. Hailey Bieber is a busy woman these days, and she sat down with Good Morning America to talk about everything from Justin Bieber's recent health scare to her new skincare line. While the news was unexpected and upsetting, Hailey assured everyone that her husband was doing extremely well and getting better every day. Justin's diagnosis coincides with Hailey's own health issues. In March, the model had a minor stroke. She also discussed the difficulties they faced while dealing with both of their health issues, in the hopes that others will understand what you are going through. Throughout it all, Hailey added that the silver lining is that the difficulties have brought her and Justin closer together. Despite the recent setbacks, Hailey has been hard at work, starting her own skincare business, Rhode, after her mother's middle name. From a peptide glazing fluid from luminous glowing skin to a peptide lip treatment that nourishes and softens lips, the line has it all. Rhode's skincare was created with sensitive skin in mind, and all of its products are vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and fragrance-free. It's her passion project and one that's keeping her afloat during these troubled times. That's a wrap for this video. What's the craziest anti-vaxxer take you've heard? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.